This is it, people. This is what you've been waiting for. This is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. The podcast for everyday people with everyday problems, trying to find everyday solutions to accomplish everyday goals. Let's start the show. Welcome to another episode of Everyday Celebrity Podcast, number one podcast in Oakland, number one podcast in the Bay Area. And today, it's very controversial because I got a nigga that's coming for my spot. We got the number two host of the the host of the number two podcast in Oakland in the Bay Area. This nigga is he's a mogul. I mean, he used to be a pimp from what I'm hearing. He does music. He has his own podcast, and he's in the media space. Welcome, L Deez, to the show.
Also known Lawrence the number one podcast. You know what I'm saying? I Need to Know coming out. What's up, dude?
Yeah. We good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Today is Friday, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta ask you a question.
Oh no! Wait a minute. Time out. You haven't listened to my shit yet, obviously. But niggas don't ask me questions on this. This ain't about me.
Well,
that's the number one rule when I interview people.
How that's gonna work?
I'm asking you questions. This is your interview.
And I ask you questions back.
Well, you want to ask me questions? You can tell me to come on your shit.
Okay, so I'm gonna paint you in the corner. Then that's what I gotta do. I'm gonna end up painting you in the corner. All right.
All right. So we got L Deez. All right. So like I said in the description, you know what I'm saying, you do all types of shit. We go dibble and dive into everything, every aspect of your life. But what I'm very interested in, how did you become a podcast? How did this come about?
Oh, so I started an Instagram page because I ended up getting signed to this record label, and they was telling me, Trackademic, shout out to Trackademic and the whole honor roll squad told me that I was going to have to get into social media and stuff like that.
Bring this up a little bit.
Because it was just part of what I needed to do.
Uh-huh.
So I really wasn't on it too much, my Instagram. Then I was living out the way and I just wanted to keep in touch with people. So I started moving with that with my Instagram page. And then it started picking up for me. Then some close people start tapping in with me, talking about, oh man, you need to do podcasts. And some people actually was talking about it. I had a meeting with some people. But shout out to Steve, S-Class, Fame Media. He reached out to a friend, and then I went there, and he had everything. So then I've been up and running just like that.
Are you an owner of Fame Media?
No.
Okay. You're just the face of Fame Media.
Yeah.
Explain what Fame Media is to the people.
Fame Media is fashion, art, music, entertainment. And we got there's some people over there, but I'm pretty much the person that when they see Fame Media, they think, Yeah,
because that's how I noticed you, and I thought that was your shit.
Yeah. I got a show on there.
Mm-hmm.
I got a show. I Need to Know podcast on there.
Yeah. So you have a podcast called I Need to Know. Can you? What's your podcast about?
It's like this, except I allow my guests to ask questions back. You know what I'm saying? It's a free-flowing conversation, no pressure. But, like I always say, if I'm talking to Mike Tyson, we talking boxing. Yeah. If I'm talking to Michael Jordan, we talking basketball. If I'm talking to Michael Myers, we talking murder. You know what I'm saying? And then we flip and bounce and stuff like that. My thing that I like to do is actually talk about the artist, but separate the person from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because now I feel like music is one facet of it, but people are more interested on who the person is. People are interested in characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How does this person think? Shout out to the late Nipsey Hussle and Tupac. When you see their interviews, they're not talking about no music. Mm-hmm. Not really. That's a very small part of what they're talking about. Greats like 50 Cent. You're actually watching how they think. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I be trying to bring out of my guests and stuff.
So you're not really talking. You like you say you were talking. You were interviewing Mike Tyson. You'll be talking about boxing, but you're not really going to be talking about boxing.
If I was talking to Mike Tyson right now, I would be talking about boxing. But Mike Tyson is so interesting. I could talk about penitentiary. I could talk about his relationship with Tupac. I even asked him the question I want to ask him. Hey, Mike, if you, Tupac, and Allen Iverson was best friends, and y'all had to share a BMW, who would be driving and who would be in the back seat? Then he added his perspective and stuff like that. Who would you think would be driving and who would be in the back seat if, you know?
Well, I think Mike Tyson will be in the back seat because that nigga, he wants to be incognito.
Okay. Now, who's driving?
Probably Allen Iverson.
I believe the same. Why? He's a point guard. He pushes the rock, and Tupac would be yelling out the front seat window.
Exactly. And I'm that type of way, too, when I interview people. Like, if I interview Mike Tyson, I'm not going to be talking about the basic shit that every other interviewer has asked him. Like, boxing. I don't give a fuck about boxing. I'm gonna talk about, nigga, did you rape that bitch? That's what I'm gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him shit that niggas are scared to ask him. Like, if I'm interviewing Michael Jackson, nigga, why was you inclined to lay in the bed with them boys? Didn't you know that was going to be looked at some type of way? I'm going to ask questions like that. That shit that niggas are scared to ask. Okay. That's my interview style.
Yeah.
And I agree with you as well, like separating music from the actual artist, like R. Kelly. People are like, I'm not going to play R. Kelly anymore. Shit, I do. Yeah. I play R. Kelly all the time because I look at R. Kelly for his music. I don't know that man personally, so I can't make a judgment on him. You know what I'm saying?
Would you play it if you was having a romantic dinner with a young lady you just met?
Hell yeah. And if the bitch get upset about it, I'm gonna be like, okay. Honestly, I don't even think the bitch is gonna get upset. All these girls are fake out here. Go to a club or to a Sunday brunch. Okay. Let a DJ put Step in the Name of Love. Let a DJ play that. You don't think that bitch is going to get up and start dancing?
When's the last time you actually heard that in a public setting? Be real.
In a public setting, it's been a minute, but I don't go out like that. That's like a Sunday brunch type of song. That's not a club song.
When is the last time you've heard it at a Sunday brunch? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years?
It's been a minute, but...
It had to be at least 3 years ago.
Yeah, but the only reason I haven't heard it is because a lot of people are scared to stand on their own 2 feet and be like, yo, I'm going to play it regardless.
Well, then you don't know how to responsibly. By your own logic.
I don't know what? What'd you say?
I said by your own logic, you don't know how would it be? Because you damn for sure ain't went to no place before COVID. So that puts you back at least 2 years.
You don't think they'll be dancing if they play that?
It depends. Do you like older women like 50?
Yes.
Okay, well then at the hole in the walls, yeah. At the hole in the walls, 50 and up, yeah.
Would you play it if you was a DJ?
Step in the Name of Love.
Just any R. Kelly. The nigga is a musical genius. You can't deny that.
You know what? I might. Okay. I might. Most likely I would because, I mean, I like, I'm not a huge music lover, but it's certain stuff that I would be like Step in the Name of Love and stuff like that.
And that's just an example. That's just one song.
Well, that's one of my favorite joints that he had.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would play it. People play Michael Jackson, and you know what he was about.
Yeah, but the thing about Michael Jackson, the difference between Michael Jackson and R. Kelly is that R. Kelly actually got convicted. Michael Jackson did not.
But everyone knows. Just like OJ. Everyone knows OJ killed that bitch.
No, let's stay on Michael Jackson. Everybody knows what. You know that?
Nigga. Everyone knows Michael Jackson was strange with a little bit of change with them little boys.
But you know that.
I don't know it because I haven't seen it, but you can put 2 and 2 together. Can you not?
I mean, it's a speculation. All we know is...
Well, what does your heart tell you?
My heart tells me is that he was weird because he didn't have a childhood and he was trying to relive that. My heart also tells me this is that I do know that you never skip classes in the school of life, right? Just like when you see like a chick, a quote unquote good girl, right? She been sheltered, and then when she finally gets outside, sometimes they get turned out.
Oh yeah.
That's the stage that they actually, skip.
Mm-hmm.
Being socially interactive makes people socially awkward. Some people turn freaks.
Mm-hmm.
He never had when Michael Jackson never had childhood friends.
I know the whole story you about to explain. It goes back to psychology. He was denied his childhood, and then when he got older, like Michael Jackson is a rare story because since birth, this nigga was damn almost famous since like as a child.
Come on, man.
And famous, and I don't mean famous, like grown women. When this nigga was like 10, grown women trying to fuck this nigga, grabbing him in the when he was in a Jackson 5, grown women grabbing him.
Well, grown women trying to fuck you don't make you famous.
But you know what I'm saying? This nigga,
I just wanted to sound like a gangster. Let me say it one more time. Grown women wanting to get some pussy don't make you famous.
But yeah, that is true. But Michael Jackson is an extreme case of a child star not having no type of childhood, not doing the things that me and you were doing when we were a child. You know what I'm saying?
Lil Wayne is close too. Lil Wayne is a childhood star.
True.
Bow Wow was a childhood star, but I would say Lil Wayne actually transitioned very well into an adult.
Mm-hmm.
But
that what Lil Wayne
Bow
was
Wow
doing,
is more of an actor now. Huh?
That's. Like I said, Michael Jackson is an extreme case because even though those two situations doesn't compare to what that nigga was going through when he was a child. This was back in the day when just like famous people back then, like it was crazy. Like the Beatles. I'm pretty sure me and you are still in the same age group. So back and then, like when you look at the Beatles, for example, when they came to America, these niggas, you had people jumping on cars, like people dying in the concerts, passing out, going crazy.
Well, it's a different music genre. And the Jackson 5 is not damn near. The Jackson 5 is American royalty.
Yeah.
Like the Kennedys, the Jacksons, in that respective space, the Jackson 5, the Jacksons, I'm going to say the Jacksons is definitely American royalty. Hip hop is a little different.
Yeah.
Hip hop is a little different. There ain't really many families, but shout out to E40. E40 has done essentially what the Wayans did in comedy with his family with hip hop.
Mm-hmm.
You agree or disagree?
You talking about the clique?
Yeah.
I mean, I agree to the sense that he tried to put on his family, but his family didn't have the success as the Wayans brothers. Like everyone in the Wayans family are capable to stand on their own too.
Okay, I got you.
Like Sugar Free.
Sugar Free.
Where's Sugar Free at? Where's Be Legit at?
You mean Sugar T?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Sugar T.
Free.
Sugar
It's
T.
the pimp.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sugar T. Be Legit. Like I only know the clique from that album that they put out, but you don't know them from being solo.
Well, they're successful. I know his younger brother Muggsy. He has a gym buff motherfucker. Shout out to Muggsy. You know what I'm saying? They do other things. You know what I'm saying? They do other things. I mean, as far as like rap music, they're definitely successful people. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you know what his son do?
I don't know what none of them do, honestly.
Yeah,
I mean, they
beats.
probably are successful, but I was just talking about like musically wise.
Well, I mean, we still gotta look at it like success is success.
Yeah, of course. I mean, E40, like this nigga has multiple businesses.
Yeah, how many rappers do that?
Exactly. And
Like
they're successful businesses. Like when people look at E40 now, they don't look at music. They look at what this nigga got, wine and shit.
Yeah,
he got
like
other
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Like that.
So yeah, I mean he is successful. He was one of my favorite, like one of the probably like the 3 West Coast rappers that I listened to when I was young.
But how old are you? You brought up age.
I'm old, nigga.
You brought up age.
I'm probably older than you. I'm probably your OG actually. How old are you?
This motherfucker, man. What the fuck is this? I'm probably
you know
older
it.
than you.
You know it ain't one. How old are you though, for real?
I'm 44.
Okay, yeah. So we in the same age bracket.
What, you ain't gonna tell your age? What the fuck?
No, nigga, you don't. Yeah, you can't ask me questions on here. Everyone knows that.
Man, check this. So you gonna sit up here and bring up
This
age?
interview is about you, not me.
But I'm talking to you.
Exactly. We having a conversation.
That ain't no conversation.
So, yeah, I don't even know how we sidetracked the podcast.
Yeah.
So obviously, let's start from the beginning. Are you born and raised in the Bay Area?
Yeah.
What part? Oakland?
Yeah, I'm from Oakland.
From the north?
Northwest.
Northwest?
On this side, yeah.
How was growing up in Oakland for you?
It was good. I had a good childhood. I had some cool friends and stuff like that.
Okay. Household, both parents, brothers, sisters?
No, my brother was he's 14 years older than me, so he kind of played the parental male figure, and then my mother, and then I had a sister that's 8 years older.
Okay. So you're an 80s baby, correct?
No.
No. When was you born? In the 70, what? 7, 8?
I'll pass on that.
Okay, that's what's up. So basically, what I'm trying to get to, when you were growing up back then,
yeah,
until how Oakland is now, what changes have you seen?
Okay.
Do you think Oakland has changed for the better, or has it gotten worse?
Well, the thing about it is that when you actually get older in age, things will always get worse when you're dealing with youth, because youth pretty much don't. They get smarter, but they get worse, just like humanity. You know what I'm saying? Did that make sense?
Say it again.
I said, as you get older, kids get worse and they get smarter at the same time, but that's just with humanity.
Okay. That does make sense, because the youth is out of control, to me.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is?
It's the nature. As like when you read like religious texts and books and stuff like that, that the world is supposed to end because people were so bad, not because people got better and was good. It's just a natural order thing. Like once you start doing stuff, like once you start putting sins and stuff like that on the table, you don't go backwards. Like with the first time you start having sex, right? You wore a rubber. And once that motherfucker came off, it doesn't come back on. Like you could fucking a chick with a rubber on. And once you take it off, if you get comfortable, you don't put the motherfucker back on. And then it goes from missionary to doggy style position. And as you get wilder and wilder and wilder in the bedroom, you don't go back to missionary. No, you keep getting freakier, right? And it's the same thing with the minds of these young motherfuckers. Once they start something and the new lick is a lick, it's something that's actually added on the table. They don't take it off.
Do you think, I mean, that can be one reason, obviously. But I think, tell me if you agree, that the youth are so out of control now is because when we were growing up, when you ask, especially like if you ask a black kid, who do you look up to? Your father, my dad, or my uncle, my grandfather. Now, when you ask a kid, who do you look up to? Oh, NBA YoungBoy, or a streamer, right? And your father, you back in those days, you see your father, nigga getting up, going to work. Niggas was scared to go out and do crime because they were scared of the repercussions that their father's going to give them, not because of getting caught by the police. They don't give a fuck about that. I'm scared if my dad catches me because that nigga puts fear in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main reason I feel the youth is. When I say youth, I'm talking about black people in general, black people specifically, black kids, black boys. The reason they're out of control is because they're looking up to the wrong people. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of it. That's a huge part of it. You know what? I really didn't even speak to that question, though. I was just speaking on things not going back to normal. But I think it's part of that, what you said. I mean, it's the breakdown of the family. You know what I'm saying? It's the breakdown of the family. Back in the day, right?
Yep.
Families used to do things together. Now they don't really do things together. My auntie could tell me, hey, L, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Now a woman, don't tell my son nothing. You know, everything is so separated.
Yeah.
You know?
Did you have a strong male figure growing up?
Yeah, my brother.
Your brother.
I had a lot of men in my life, though, that was when I was coming up, though.
Mm-hmm.
But my brother primarily was like the one in the house.
Is your brother still with you today?
Is he alive?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Are you guys still close?
Yeah, I don't talk to him as much, but he's very, very, very successful.
Why don't you talk to him?
He's just doing his own thing. Like, I talk to him when I can. Like, we talk through text, but he's like really successful at what he does. So,
What does he do?
Pat.
What's that?
Next question.
Oh, next. All right. So, what high school did you go to?
I went to Mac. My senior and 12th grade year, but they had a strike, so I went back to Mount Diablo. I kind of bounced around a little bit.
Okay. So after high school.
And Ohio, shout out to the Murder Dubs in Funktown.
Mm. So after high school, where did your life take you?
After high school, yes, 1996. Hey, 97.
That's a great year.
Yeah, 97. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to my brothers. You know what I'm saying? We started a rap group called The Rich Peasant. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to The Rich Peasants. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, we was doing our thing, making some music and stuff like that. You know.
So you got into music after high school?
No, that's when everything started.
Everything
started shaking and stuff like that. We started making some good music and doing shows. It was real fun. The 90s, 97 was cool, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You said it started to take off after that. How? Why?
Shows.
Did anything change?
Shows. We was doing our underground thing heavy.
Okay.
We were doing our underground thing heavy. You know what I'm saying? Like from 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. You ever heard of Mingle?
Mm-hmm.
The club Mingles.
I got some stories of Mingles, yeah.
Yeah, we the one that got Mingles rocking. Us, Rich Peasants, Bottom of the Basement, Young Minds at War. Who else? Turf Mob out of East Oakland.
Mm-hmm.
Then Jay Stalin and them used to come up there. That's when Jay Stalin first started getting popping and stuff like that, selling his mixtape. Fab used to come through sometime, battling and stuff on battle nights. It was, man, I'm taking out a little bit before Hyphy. About the time Hyphy kicked in, Mingles was already cranking. DJ Igor on the beats. What it do? Them was some good days.
When did Mingles close?
Mingles closed, I think, somewhere around 2000. I want to say 7 because a girl named D was in the crossfire of a shootout. She was pregnant and got killed.
Yeah. There was always stabbings, shootouts, all types of shit at Mingles.
Well, the thing about it is that Mingles, right?
But
we used to go on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tuesday was the open mic night where everybody used to be. I never really went there like on the Saturdays and stuff because that's when people that wasn't from there, from Oakland, used to come.
Yeah.
You know, but everybody that mingles, shout out to John Ivy and all them. You know what I'm saying? Pops, Ivy, Big Ivy that owned it. You know what I'm saying? And all his kids and stuff like that, family. Everybody used to always go there. I remember my brother, god brother, he rented it out for Thanksgiving. Open bar. We had a good time that night. And the Blow the Whistle video.
Oh yeah.
The Blow the Whistle video was going crazy that night.
That's when it became national.
Yeah.
As far as like knowing about it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's where I seen Cat Williams in there with Too Short and a white mink in the corner.
At the videos?
No. On a separate occasion.
Okay.
Yeah, Mingles used to go crazy.
I got a Mingles story. When I went there, my boys took me there, and then we used to go there all the time because I'm from Philly. I'm not from Oakland, but I used to come out here every summer since I was young. So you could basically say I'm from here as well because I spent the same majority of time from Philly and Oakland, right? And then one time, every time I come out here during the summers, me and my boys, shout out Tavante and Rome, we used to go to Mingles. Every time, pull a bitch. And then I remember one time I pulled this fine-ass chick, right? Light skin, fat ass, went to her crib. The dirtiest crib I ever been in.
Was it in East Oakland?
Honestly, I think it was in East Oakland, but I don't remember exactly where it was. But it was like the dirtiest, nastiest.
You want to share her name?
Fucking apart. I don't even remember her name.
What she look like?
I mean, light skin, slim waist, fat ass, small tits. Like short hair, you know what I'm saying? Scars on the shoulder, scars on her leg. Hood, typical hood bitch. Went to her house, no furniture, clothes everywhere. Roaches everywhere.
Yep.
I still beat though. That's because I'm saying I already invested my time. I mean, I still beat because I already invested time and shit. You know what I'm saying? I was already there. So, I mean, it had to go down.
No, it didn't. It didn't have to.
It had to. The niggas dropped me off. It had to go down. I had no choice. So
did you call her back?
Nah, I didn't. But I saw her at Mingos again though, at a different occasion. But I didn't talk to her. But yeah, Mingos was a spot. Mingos was a spot.
Went crazy. I ended up meeting somebody in there, and it was a cool little transaction. It was cool, man. It was cool.
So you was basically a mover and shaker out here in the Bay.
You said what?
A mover and shaker, like a well-known nigga out here.
Well known. You
knew all the important people, basically.
I wouldn't say that. I just know a lot of people. I'm just, I'm kind of engaging, so I know a lot of people. I've been like that since I've been a little kid, though. I just like people. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty engaging and stuff like that, so I know a lot of people.
Were you a class clown when you were in school?
Kinda. Yes, I didn't know I was, but yeah, I was. Yeah, yeah.
Do you do comedy?
A little bit. I do some comedy right now.
We'll get into that later. So,
shit, fucking right.
So the group. Who was in this group?
So, Rich Peasants is it's a few of us. So, Noise, right? Noise. He had that song California. I like that one. It was me, L Deez, Immaculate, Keys on the beat, Bones from New Jersey, Knowledge Born.
Shout out to Bones.
Yeah, for sure. K Beezy. We got Skylar, Strange Joe, Josh, the singer, K Record, Tone. But now
more niggas than Wu-Tang.
Kaiser came later, and who else was Rawdo? So it was like about 4 or 5. Oh, and Lil Lee and her. So
now I don't mean to interrupt you, but were these like actual official members of the group, or just niggas that were just hanging around?
They was, you know what? It was like 5 main rappers.
Okay.
It was like 5 main rappers.
So if someone was to come, be like, I want to sign you guys, those 5 people would be the ones be like, yes, we're signing.
The funny thing about it is we was all kind of awkward and stuff like that. So they might pick up some people, but not the others because we rap so different.
Okay. But there were 5 main people in the group.
5 main people.
Okay. All right. So how did everyone like connect? You guys grew up together or what?
Nah, so when I went to high school, I had a friend named Kevin. Kevin had a good friend named Son, right? I went to high school with Kevin. Kevin was like in 11th grade when I was in 10th. No, Kevin was in 12th. I was 11. So I was his best friend at school. But he always used to talk about this other guy that he was cool with. So I met him once or twice at the school because he came up there to see Kevin. And then Kevin went away, I think, to the Army. And then I seen the guy he was cool with in my neighborhood. I'm like, hey, man, what's up? So we ended up chopping it up. And ever since then, we just became hella cool. Like damn near talk on the phone almost like every day now. Since 1997, we talk on the phone at least like 4 times a week.
Okay.
My best friend now.
And then where did the other members come in?
So, Knowledge was Son's god brother. They lived together. And Rawdo was there too. Son went on tour and met Immaculate, and he was calling me on the phone. We were talking on the phone. He's like, man, watch when you meet this guy named Immaculate. Immaculate already heard some of my music while they was on tour. He was like, yeah, man. So then we just linked it up and put it together. We made some good music, though.
Okay. So the group is formed. You guys are making music. When did you realize, right, that, damn, we can actually do something with this?
You know what? I always kind of felt like that. It was just like, I felt like that before we even clicked up, though.
I mean, yes, every nigga has confidence. Like every person who plays basketball knows, oh, damn, I can probably make it in the league. But then when you go to a camp and you're put against the 50 greatest high school players in the country, and then you're killing all of them niggas. You're like, damn, okay, well, I'm nice. Okay, so you knew that, okay, yeah, we can do something with it, but was there a situation where there was like, okay, damn, someone reached out to us and they want to book us for like a club event or some shit like that, and then you realize, oh, damn, niggas are really paying attention to what the fuck we doing.
That was everywhere we went.
Okay.
I think that we probably needed a manager back then. We were so young. We was kind of doing things, and you know, we was being young though. We were being young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, being young and didn't really capitalize on the moment. I used to drink a lot back then. So like when I think about it now, I would have put out a lot more music and stuff like that. But hey, you can't really go backward. You just kind of look at it like, okay, you know.
Did you guys put out like actual projects, like albums, or just like...
We put out some street albums. So what happened for me, right? Son ended up working with this producer named Charlie O and T Wayne. Charlie O and T Wayne. I already knew Charlie O because I went to he went to the art school right after me, but he makes some tight ass beats, right? So he made Son a single. But then I was like, you know, and I look up to Son like he's like my older brother. He's a year and a half older than me, right? He reminds me of my real brother, so it was kind of easy for me to take to him, but he's just closer to my age, though. So it was easy for me to actually gravitate towards him. Because again, he reminded me of somebody that I already knew. Yeah. So, and he was a tight ass rapper. Like still to this day, he's one of my favorite rappers. You know what I'm saying? So he made a tight song. So then I never forget this. Now, ironically, I went to Charlie O and told him, you know, hey man, Charlie O, man, help me out with my make me a song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It was like 2000. I made this song called High Post. It's funny though, because on the way over here, I just bounced out to go get my old dudes, and I seen somebody that just ran across the street like, hey, L, nigga, you need to redo that High Post part 2. That shit was yanking. I had a song called High Post. High Post, 2001. If you was a nigga from back then, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. High motherfucking Post kicked off that shit. So I made High Post. Then I had this song called Compounds, right? Compounds, that was about where two words together make one word. So I started doing that, like I rap it in the beginning, then I just start naming hella blocks. Hella blocks, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, 3-9, 8-5, because they got two words together. So I got that down. So I think that was my first song because it was a short one. Then High Post. Then Son made me this song called it was a song about ecstasy. You know what I'm saying? So that was around that time, and it was pretty cool. And then this other one called Peasant Official with this nigga named Raw, though. He was a rapper, but he only had one song, but that song was tight as fuck. So I put out 4 songs, charged $5. I probably sold about 10,000 in them motherfuckers.
You gonna tell people what High Post means? I mean, this podcast is heard in 100 countries. Yeah, High Post is when you think that you're better than somebody else. Okay. So the hook was, why these niggas want to act high post? Why these bitches want to act high post? Why do they both want to act high post? Faking like their life is so high post. Okay. Over the I Need a Freak. Dun, 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 dun. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. That shit was going crazy. Niggas was out the motherfucking roof. Niggas, hey, shout out to Idaho J-Do. You ever heard of Idaho J-Do? No. Who was that? Idaho J-Do was this motherfucker from North Oakland. Legendary motherfucker, right? He a little younger than me. He's fab age, right? So he loves that song. Back then, because I'm a little older than them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So when I dropped that High Post, that was like the best shit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? That shit was going crazy. And then I used to sell the CDs. I used to sell the CDs over there on Seminary. Seminary. Be out there. I remember just out the car? Out the pocket. Yeah.
shit. Out the motherfucking pocket. I had a bag of them motherfuckers. I was selling so many of these motherfuckers I'll never forget. I'm sitting up there selling these motherfuckers. I'm off a pill, so I'm in everybody's face. I'm off a pill, just selling these motherfuckers. And this motherfucker I'll never forget. Light-skinned motherfucker with a gray Averex came over there with his hand in his pocket like, man, what is you doing? Said, I'm selling my music. What's up? He said, oh, okay. He looking. I said, you want a CD? He gave one to me. He said, oh, okay. And then he had a hammer in his pocket. Not a hammer, a fucking gun.
Yes, nigga, I know.
Well, I don't know. Shit, you and these Nigerian motherfuckers from everywhere. That means a gun, brother.
Oh, shit.
He said he has a hammer. He said he had MC hammer.
Okay, was this like a executive trying to sign you or something?
No, he was a dope dealer from over there thinking that I was spot smashing.
Oh, okay.
He thought that I was grinding on his turf because he seen me kept making money. And you know, off ecstasy, I was really, really aggressive, going up to cars, down in 40s and shit like that. It was like, yeah, good day.
So he just let you continue?
Huh?
He let you continue?
Yeah, because I wasn't selling dope on this spot. I was selling music.
Okay.
Different dope.
Okay.
Different dope.
Is this song that you're speaking of, is this out in the world where people, like, is it on iTunes or anything?
No, but I'm going to end up dropping it on October. I'm getting all my old music together to respectively place it on Spotify and stuff like that.
So when did is the group still together?
No.
Why did you guys break up? Well, or not even broke up. Why did you guys stop making music together?
Well, Knowledge and Bones, they went back to New Jersey or the East Coast. Son kind of started doing his own thing, and then around that time, so this is about 2006.
Okay.
About 2006 or 7.
Was this at the peak of hyphy era?
No, this is actually on the decline now.
Okay.
I think this is on the decline of where we kind of dismembered. But at this point, I'm already making music with the legendary producer Trackademic. So I'm already kind of doing music.
Trackademics, come on the podcast, nigga.
Huh? Oh, you know Trackademics?
I don't. I'm just saying.
Okay, shout out to Track.
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, shout out to Trackademics. That's my brother. He made the Tell Me When to Go remix. You ever heard the Tell Me When to Go remix?
Yes, I have.
The one that sound like opera?
I don't think so. I probably have, but I mean, I don't know. It doesn't. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. He does music with a lot of people. Shit, he does music with a lot of motherfuckers. Trackademics is a legend out here. He did a lot of fab shit. Son of a Pimp. You ever heard of Teedra Moses?
No.
You ever heard of Razcast?
Razcast, yeah.
I think that's his BM or something like that. So they both do music. You know what I'm saying? So she sung at his
Did he do
wedding.
anything with JT? Bigger Figure?
Who?
JT the Bigger
Have
Figure?
I ever did anything with JT?
No, Trackademics.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But shout out to JT.
Yeah, shout out to JT.
JT, man, you know what I was tripping off of? He was hella young doing all that shit. That's where Master P got the blueprint kinda how to do No Limit. From JT the motherfucking Bigger Figure. JT the Bigger Figure is a big ass deal, bro.
I believe it. I had his album, nigga, and I didn't even know nothing about it.
Shit, which one? He had about 50 of them motherfuckers.
The main one, Game Recognized Game in the Bay, man. That album.
Yeah, that shit was cool, man. That shit was cool. See, my cousin, Orlando, Big O, shout out to my cousin, Orlando. When I went out to school in Concord, a lot of people out there in Concord, they listen to Mac Dre and Frisco shit. You know what I'm saying? Because cities outside of Oakland, but not including Berkeley, but like the cities that end with O, like Modesto, Vallejo, Frisco, they all have similar fan base. Palo Alto, they all kind of listen to a lot of the same music. And I learned that when I went out there to Mount Diablo. I had some cool ass partners from Pittsburgh, West Pittsburgh.
Yeah. I went to college in San Diego and
SGSU?
San Diego State, you know.
That's where my son is.
Okay.
He doing engineering. Shout out to my son, man.
Shout out to your son. Come on the podcast.
When he come back, I will, man.
But San Diego, all the clubs. This was back in the beginning of the 2000s. All the clubs was playing Bay Area shit, and then when you go to Mexico and party, that's all they were playing. Too Short, E40, Fab, all that fucking hyphy shit. That's all they were playing, and it felt like these niggas were like worship, even though it was like Southern California. hour away from LA. These niggas worship the Bay Area style. Shit was crazy.
Yeah, man, come on now. We got a big hand in the game, but it's just like a hand that the world don't know it's there, but the people that's actually using it know it's there.
Do you? So I interview a lot of. Since we're talking about music, I interview a lot of artists from the Bay Area, and they always talk about. When I ask them what holds you back, because Bay Area artists, right? They stick with that like certain sound. This is my opinion. That's what prevents them from like being heard in New York or in the South and shit. The reason like E40 is known everywhere because he has his own rap style. Like he's different. You know what I'm saying? Simba. When you listen to Simba, you don't really hear Bay Area. Well, that's to me. You hear like lyricism. It's like some East Coast shit. Like J. Cole. J. Cole is from North Carolina, but when you hear him rap, he's rapping like a nigga from New York or something. So when I interview Bay Area artists, I always ask them, why do you think, what's the main thing that you deal with when you make music? And they always talk about Bay Area politics. One person that you want to work with has beef with another nigga from Richmond or some shit. So that's just one example.
Gangster shit. It's bigger than that sometimes, and it's just different. I mean, it's just like it's just kind of hard to get on. Like I was gonna say, like when I do music with Trackademics, right? So Trackademics, you ever heard of Fool's Gold record? Okay, so it's this dude named DJ A-Track, white guy. Okay. He's like, you ever heard of EDM music? It's like techno?
Yeah, EDM, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's like very good at that. And he had I think he's probably in the top 50 EDM artists. Okay. And he used to DJ for Kanye West. I think he used to DJ for Kanye West. Him or Nick, or maybe both. Nick Catch Dubs. They own this record label called Fool's Gold. They gave Kid Cudi they start. Killer Mike, you ever heard of Killer Mike? Yep. Killer Mike is on there. They signed me. They gave me my big push. So I got my big push from some guys I never met from Brooklyn. You get what I'm saying? Yep. So, and I got a song on TV called for I Need to Know. My song I Need to Know is on this TV show called The Shy. You ever seen that show on Showtime?
I haven't watched it, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
So I got a song on there and stuff like that. So I'm saying this. Is that the same songs that I actually have, right? So, but somebody from 3,000 miles away was the one that put it out. Yeah. The music didn't change. Just the motherfuckers that actually believed in it. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
It makes sense. And it goes to a question that I want to ask. Do you think... how can I phrase this? Like getting ahead. Like I do podcasting, right? And I feel if I'm in Oakland, right? I feel if I leave and go to LA or New York, I'll probably blow up faster. Okay. So, like you said, you were putting out music, right? And then a nigga from somewhere else noticed your song that was made years ago. So a nigga that appreciated it that is not even from Oakland, right? Well, so do you think Oakland has, if you want to be in this business, do you think Oakland is the place to be?
You know what? I don't know. I mean, okay, this is what we always got to know. Every great artist is a great artist, right? But Oakland, especially Oakland, right? All the dope artists out here, when you first hear them, you like, why did rap? I remember when I first heard E40, I was a little kid. He said, slurping and turban and all into the fucking curbing if I get one more DUI. Now, I'm a little kid, like 9 or 10. I asked my brother, why you rap like that? He said, that's E40, fool. Yeah. It was funny to me, but it was a different style, right? When I first heard Drew Down, like, he's a damn fool. He's rapping about pimping. But by this time, Too Short already broke me in. First time I heard Too Short, I was 6 years old. I'm like, he can't say that. So all the dope, like when I heard Keek the Sneak, it was tight, but I was like, man, why is he rapping like that?
Yeah.
He's kind of whispering and stopping and going, that shit was tight as fuck. But a lot of rappers out here, that's the land, that's how you know, like, when the shit is actually good, when it's its own thing. It just got to get the push or sanctioned by the right person, or it got to be made cool. See, what's going on is that, like, when you look at a triangle, right? It's more, the bottom of the triangle is bigger than the top. So imagine this being a group of people, the triangle. So you give your record to somebody, right? Say you give your record to the top of the triangle. In the top of the triangle, the ballers, the main guy, the cool guy, the radio person, any gatekeeper is at the top. Say, man, this shit is tight as fuck. Then the bottom is gonna follow. But shout out to D motherfucking Low with NoHo. His record actually started from the bottom. The streets was actually fucking with that, and it made it up to the top where they had to fuck with it.
Yeah. I feel like that's the exact recipe that them niggas in the South do. Because every time you hear people in the South, all these artists that are huge right now, when you ask them, how did you blow up? Oh, I took my record to the strip club. Because all them niggas in the South, Atlanta, Texas, all these underground rappers, they go to the strip club DJ. Sure. Oh, play my song. Because that's where all the niggas go, the strip club. And when the strip club is popping and playing your shit, then that's when the execs notice, who the fuck is this? So that's when Gotti notice. That's when Gucci Man notices, oh, they hear the shit. You know, damn. Because they in the strip club, they're like, who the fuck is this nigga that's playing in the strip club? Got all these bitches dancing and all these niggas throwing money and shit. Oh, this is so-and-so from Tennessee. A nigga that lives in his mama's basement. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you know, you said something very prolific just now that we can't forget about what you just said. You said the South, right? When you think about West Coast hip-hop, where is that? Where is West Coast?
I mean, when you say West Coast hip hop, people automatically consider West Coast L.A.
L.A. or the Bay, right?
Or the Bay, yeah.
That's
but L.A. more.
Okay. The point that I'm making is that L.A., the Bay, and we'll take SAC with us. SAC is part of what we got going on, right? What about the other states? Because when you say the South, you just named 3 different Southern states.
Yeah.
That's a big issue, too. West Coast hip-hop is either the Bay or L.A. You don't think about people coming out of Oregon. You don't think about people coming out of Washington, Portland, Arizona. You just think about...
Yeah, I wouldn't even say the Bay Area. I'd just say California.
That's my
That
point.
represents West Coast. And when you say East Coast, New York, Philly, Jersey, that's it. You don't say Massachusetts or fucking Maine.
But the population is so big there that it appears to be a little bit more than what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then they'll squeeze in some other people too that might be high affiliates like a J. Cole that they accept as their own. You know what I'm saying? But that's it. When you said the South, right? You named every motherfucker from Texas to fucking Florida, bro.
Yeah.
That's one continent with millions and millions of motherfuckers supporting each other at the same. They're moving for the South.
Yeah.
In California now, you want to talk about the politics. It's like you got LA in the Bay. We fuck with each other. But I don't think that we have the same connection second for second like the South does. I don't think we have that same connection.
I feel...
Do you? You think that LA and the Bay have the same connection?
No, hell no. I think LA is like, California in general. You got Northern California, you got Southern California. Even though it's one state, nigga, when you go from the north to LA, it's like you're in a whole different state, whole different vibe, whole different feeling, interacting with different people, right? Whole different lifestyle. So it's basically like, even though it's the same state, it's basically like you're in 2 different states. And when you go to LA, I feel like the difference between LA and northern and southern, right? When I say northern and southern, I'm talking about the Bay Area and LA, basically. LA, everyone is striving for the same goal. Everyone wants to be an actress. Everyone wants to be a model. Everyone wants to be in the music, right? And I feel everyone out there has those dreams, but everyone, like, I'll step on your toes. You want the same dream as me? No, I'm going to find a way to step on your toes so I can get in front of you, right? To see this casting director. I'm not going to help you out. Don't ask me to read lines with you. Don't ask me to do a song. No, we are in competition, right? But in Northern California, Bay Area, right? Everyone has those same dreams as Southern California, but the difference is like, oh, you want to be an actor? Yo, let's read these lines together. Mm-hmm. You're an artist. Let's work together. Let's do a song together. Like Bay Area, they will help you. Like we'll help each other out to try to strive for greatness. But in Southern California, it's cutthroat. It's kind of like New York. You know what I'm saying? It's like, no, nigga, we're in competition. You're my competitor. Because if they notice you, they ain't gonna notice me.
I could see that, even though that I don't know a lot of people or artists from LA. I can see where that may probably from gang pop. I don't know. But you know what? LA though, one thing when I was young that I see now that I'm really happy about LA is that I see Bloods and Crips being able to do a lot of music together. You know, I mean, there was some of that going on at Death Row, but like, you know, like Nipsey and YG doing music and stuff like that. The Game and Blueface. Shout out to The Game and Blueface. You know what I'm saying? They do, you know.
Well, are they really Bloods and Crips?
Yeah.
Or are they just, is that just the image?
I wouldn't test them on it.
I know real Bloods in LA.
I mean, because I have
Chris Brown says he's a Blood.
What?
Soulja Boy says he's a Blood.
Well, I'm just talking. Well, do you know the difference between Chris Brown and Soulja Boy?
What do you mean, the difference?
Yeah, between The Game and Blueface.
No, I'm just saying
they're from LA.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I'm just talking about
Soulja Boy is walking around saying, "Nigga, I'm from this blood."
I'm just talking about Bloods and Crips from LA. But if you want to talk about that, we could talk about that.
No, but he says he's from a neighborhood. He's from a gang in LA, and he says basically what I'm saying is.
So this is what I got to tell you.
Okay.
It's Bloods in New York.
Of course, there's Bloods everywhere.
It's Bloods and Crips in New York. The motherfucking Soulja Boy, he really might be. I don't know. This is what I'm telling you. Ice Cube got a song called Summer Vacation, and it talks about how they packed their shit up from LA and went to St. Louis and set up shop and started selling dope and got some motherfuckers out there to start claiming gangs. You know, when motherfuckers leave from LA or wherever the fuck they is, that's how gang spread start putting motherfuckers on. Dope, you could be way from a whole different area claiming a block that you never even fucking seen based on the motherfucker that put you on. Say like, and another thing motherfuckers be doing, say like, the motherfucker that put you on, you take damn near their last name, I think. You know what I'm saying?
I go back to the WAC 100 ideology. You know what WAC 100 is?
WAC 100, yeah. I heard of WAC 100.
That nigga says, nigga, Bloods, LA, if you in New York saying blood, don't talk to me. I respect the Bloods in LA because that's where it originated. That's where the real Bloods are. We ain't talking to you New York niggas talking about some blood shit.
You wouldn't have said that to them 20 motherfuckers that came down there on that subway with them red North Faces
I wouldn't say it. Yeah. But I ain't no gang member. I'm not into gang politics.
You ain't gotta be. Shit, them
I mean, I grew up with a family who were in gangs. Shout out to Peblos. Yeah, 5 Deuce Peblos in LA.
1997, I seen about 30 motherfuckers. They was clean in a motherfucker. They was Bloods, though. They was clean, though. They had you know how, like, they was dressed, though, clean. Them motherfuckers had on some Jordans with some red and black North Faces. They was like Puerto Ricans or some shit, I think, if I remember correct. It's like 27 years ago.
But gangbanging is not the same as when we were children. When anything that black people do that becomes mainstream, when I say mainstream, meaning the white people adopt it, it becomes saturated and it's not the same. Gang banging, the word nigga.
That's why you use it so much?
You
don't think you use nigga
me?
a lot?
Personally? I only use nigga. I would say this. I only use nigga around black people. I would never have a conversation with a white dude and be like, "Yo, nigga, what's up, nigga?" Blah, blah.
Why not?
Because that will give them the feeling like, "Yo, maybe if he's comfortable saying this around me, maybe he doesn't care if I say it." And first of all, he's not. So why would I even talk to him like, "Yo, what's up, nigga?" Blah 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 blah. Because I don't want to make a white person feel comfortable enough to even utter that word around me.
What if you make a black person feel uncomfortable saying? Do you care?
Yeah, I care.
So
but that has never happened.
If I was a representative with Minister Louis Farrakhan and shit like that, you just nigga me to
I would not. No, hell no. First of all, I would not even come in a conversation. If I was having a conversation with a person from the NOI, I wouldn't even go into that with saying that.
Oh, so you have an off switch.
Hell
so you
yeah.
just assumed that I was just the nigga you love to hate on.
No.
You just assumed you was gonna nigga me to death, huh?
Have I been saying it a lot?
Yes, you said it at least 50 times.
Okay. That offends you?
I would choose to use different language.
Okay.
But I didn't want to ask you a question.
Yeah. Learning, okay. All right, so the music.
Okay.
We get past the music, right? When did you, you weren't doing music full time. This wasn't your money, mate. Did you have like a job, a 9 to 5?
No. I mean, I've been having a job. I've always worked, man. I've always worked and stuff like that. To be honest, I don't really even think, I think I make good music, but I haven't really gave it my all where it's just nothing. I just sleep, think, and do it all day. Since probably like 97, 98, 99. After I had my first son, I really started focusing on that, but I was still making music and respectively getting better.
You were just doing it as like a hobby?
No hobbies. Just making good music.
Okay.
But I never really took, like, my thing is this. I didn't take time to learn the business, right? You got to take time to learn the business, too. And then the world was changing. You got to realize about the time 2010 hit, was people still buying CDs? No. Wasn't CDs fizzling out around that time?
2010?
Yeah.
So probably.
Somewhere around there. So now it's the CD era versus the streaming.
Because that's when did Napster come on the scene and LimeWire? That's when CDs started fizzling down. I don't know. That was probably around 2010, 2008.
Because Soulja Boy is, shout out to Soulja Boy.
Oh, yeah,
when he put that crank that Soulja Boy on the internet.
Ringtones, yep.
Yeah, but it was that first, then the ringtones. Soulja Boy is in the top 30 to 40. No, top 50, but I don't know where to put him. Most important hip hop figures.
I agree with that.
That's a bad motherfucker. And he was a kid doing that shit. That's a bad motherfucker, man.
That's the difference between artists these days, these youngsters now, is because they're more business minded. Back then, when rappers and artists, right, were coming up, they weren't as business minded as the youngsters now, and I think that's where the jealousy comes from. Because when you see not all, but a lot of old school rappers, they talk down on like the new mumble rap and like Lil Uzi Vert. I don't see it, or like Soulja Boy, not even Soulja Boy, but Playboy, like a bunch of like youngsters who are independent but own everything and making millions, going on tours, selling out arenas. And they're business minded. And the old schools are like, oh damn, I had three contracts and they all were shitty.
Well, look at it like this. It's just like that as like you said something very, very deep earlier. When things become mainstream, right? So imagine it. Imagine being a basketball player that had 11 rings, right? 11 championships, right? But years later, it's a motherfucker that haven't won one ring that's getting paid more than you.
Shout out James Harden.
Bill Russell has 11 rings. He died having 11 or 12 rings, something like that. I think he had 11 rings. Right?
He had 11, yep. Mm-hmm.
So imagine how hard it would be for somebody that has 11 rings to coach some people that don't have no rings and make significantly more money.
Mm-hmm.
Because now things are about money now. Back in the day, you was a tight rapper you was a tight hip hop artist if you knew how to DJ, breakdance, graffiti, or rap. If you knew how to do those really, really good, right?
The essentials of hip hop, yes.
Now they say that you're a tight rapper if you got money. Gucci belt. That. You rapping about money.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's what made Nas so raw and Tupac so raw. They actually made good songs, talked about having money. They covered a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? They covered...
Yeah. Go ahead. But I disagree with that, but go ahead.
You would disagree with what part?
Well, the fact that I think Tupac was so beloved was not because of his music, it was because of him as a person. People fell in love with him as a person. It's like Muhammad Ali. The reason why everyone says Muhammad Ali is the greatest athlete of all time is not because of his boxing, because if the greatest athlete of all time to me is Michael Jordan. But the reason why people say Muhammad Ali is the greatest of all time is not because of his boxing, is because his philanthropy, the fact that he went against the government and lost his titles and then went to jail standing up for what he believed in. It's the other stuff. The reason why Bill Russell is celebrated is not because the 11 rings. Because when you talk about Bill Russell, you don't talk about his 11 championships, because those 11 championships was against, this nigga was going against white boys who were 5 feet, and this nigga was like 7 feet. But so people don't talk about, they talk about Bill Russell and, yeah, go ahead. I don't give a shit. Huh?
Are we on camera?
Yeah, we on camera. Oh. But, you know, Bill, just throw it right here. People, when they talk about Bill Russell, they don't talk about basketball. Every time someone talks about Bill Russell, what do they talk about? Everything that he was doing away from the court. You know what I'm saying? Because he was playing basketball in Boston, which is right. Like racist as fuck, and he was the only nigga going in basically an all white league. So so that's why I feel like Pac. When you talk about Pac, like Pac wasn't saying shit that no other rapper. Pac wasn't saying shit that rappers weren't talking about. Public Enemy was talking about the same shit.
But watch this though.
But people love Pac because what was he? He was authentic. He was real. The nigga shot some white boys because he was driving by and he saw some white boys beating up a black dude, and then he hopped out. That's real. Niggas fell in love with that.
Who had a song like Brenda Had a Baby before Brenda Had a Baby?
Nigga, everybody.
Who?
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I research it, they'll...
Well, then it doesn't count. And here we cite sources like college. You can say it, but if you can't cite a source, it don't mean shit.
So you're telling me Pac was the only one who was talking about that?
I'm saying that his first album, do you know what his first album was?
Or because he was popular.
Do you know what his first album was?
I do. I don't know the name of it, though.
Then you can't cite the source. I can, though. Okay. It's Tupacalypse Now. It sold a million.
Tupacalypse, yeah.
It sold 1 million copies.
Mm-hmm. Had like 11 songs or some shit, right? Huh? Had like 11 or some songs.
It was a great album. Mm-hmm. It was a great album coming right after right before the Death Row era.
Mm.
People don't.
Well, he had multiple albums before Death Row.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. But when I say the Death Row era, I'm talking about the Chronic, because the Chronic actually changed the rap music. Dre changed rap music twice, from niggas with attitude and Easy and all them motherfuckers in '87. Then he changed it again, right, in 1992. Because after 1992, that New Jack Swing shit was out. You get what I'm saying? The Chronic. So then now you got Tupac with... Who got a song about their mama? Dear Mama. Nobody. Want me to tell you what Tupac does better than any other rapper? He takes complex motherfucking ideas and situations and topics and makes them very simple. The difference between Nas and Tupac, and Nas is one of my favorite rappers. Nas raps for people that really like rap, hip-hop enthusiasts, and other rappers. Tupac raps for everybody. You don't even have to like rap to like Tupac.
Yeah, exactly. Tupac, to me, if you wanted to create the perfect rapper, sex appeal, style, niggas want to be him, bitches want to fuck him. A nigga that would be like, fuck you, bitch. And they'd be like, girl, don't take that from a man. In the same sentence, that's Tupac.
Watch this. And I'm glad you said that because I broke it down the other day and I'm glad you said this shit. Tupac makes being black and cool and talking about some tight shit, not in their full capacity, but make being black and smart from the ghetto cool like Nas, right? Make you feel like DMX a little bit at the same time. Kick some player shit like Too Short. Gangster and spiritual like Scarface. Gangster and political like Ice Cube. And kind of like just represent California kind of in the likeness of Snoop.
Tupac has a song, Dear Mama, like you said, talking about his mom, praising her. And then he has another song where he says, I blame my mother for turning my brother into a crack baby. You know what I'm saying? The nigga was complex.
That's right. Because everything is part of the main puzzle. No matter how big or small the puzzle is, I mean, the piece of the puzzle is, it's still going to puzzle. He didn't leave shit unturned where he was an open book. You know, I think that's what's tight about some artists. Like, that's what I like about Nas. He's hella mysterious. That's what I like about Andre 3000.
Yeah. When you think about Bay Area hip hop, staying on music, give me the three. No, not even three. I don't want to hear three. Give me the main person. Who do you think is the most influential in the Bay Area hip hop?
Motherfucking
and why?
Short.
And tell me why.
Too Short. For one, he's been doing it the longest, right? Too Short is essentially. You
don't take it into account that Too Short is from Atlanta, not the Bay Area.
Let me tell you something. Too Short is from Oakland.
Okay.
Too Short. The product Too Short is manufactured in Oakland.
Okay.
Is Michael Jordan a basketball?
I'm just asking the questions.
No, I'm asking. Is Michael Jordan's shoe an American shoe?
It's a global shoe, yeah.
But it represents Michael Jordan from America, but his shoe is made in China. You don't say they're Chinese shoes, right? The product Too Short is manufactured in Oakland. He became Too Short in Oakland.
Okay.
Right? Motherfuckers always want to kick this. Do you believe in Jesus?
No.
Okay. You've heard of him, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh. I ain't gonna go there with you.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, because I could go there.
We could, but I mean.
But yeah, Too Short is manufactured in Oakland, man. And why? And you know what? People need to knock that shit off. Black people been traveling.
I just continue. Continue your definition of why you think he's the most influential. I just asked, do you take that into account that he's not born in the Bay Area? And you're saying no. Okay, no. So go. All right, boom. All right, so now why do you think he's most influential?
For one, he was one of the first motherfuckers cussing. Bitch is so motherfucking... He made that shit into a pet name after a while. Bitch is a pet name now. It went from the evolution of the word bitch, it went from disrespectful to a pet name. Like I said, he's been doing it the longest. He has the most... He's like the godfather of the Bay. And on top of that, he's one of the most respected by other top tier artists. He has a song with Scarface, Jay-Z, Biggie, and Tupac. That's GOAT shit. He's like on the pantheon of hip hop gods. Too Short. Like if you had to put them all at the table, like from the 80s, LL Cool J, Too Short is essentially selling you the same shit that LL Cool J is selling you. Right? Except Too Short, LL Cool J can come in the front door. Hey, is is Sheila here? Yeah, come in, Todd. You know what I'm saying? And he gets to sit down, right? But Too Short is the nigga that can't come over when your mama home. This nigga got to climb through the window.
Mm.
They're both selling the same shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just the rapping.
Mm. Have you ever met Too Short?
Yeah, I met Too Short. I met Too Short. Shout out to Short.
How was the first time you met Too Short? How was it?
Too Short doesn't remember the first time I met Too Short. I worked at a gas station when I was little. My brother got me the job when I was little because I just...
But before you answer that question, have you ever heard that J. Cole song, Where Your Idols Become Your Rivals?
You mean Rick Ross?
No, J. Cole.
Idols become rivals?
Mm-hmm. It's basically a song where he's saying he looked up to somebody and then he met them and it wasn't what it was.
That's Rick Ross.
No, that's J. Cole.
9.
All right. So, all right, continue with your story.
All right, man. We're going to have to look that shit up, man. You crazy motherfucker.
That's J. Cole, nigga. Trust me.
Well, then Rick Ross got one, too.
Where your idols become rivals?
Because he was talking about Birdman.
Yeah, that was a diss. But J. Cole has another song where he's talking about, I believe, Jay-Z.
Okay.
But yeah, but anyway.
Okay, so yeah, when I met Too Short, he had a step side. He had a truck, if I remember correct. This is 1990, motherfucker. 1, finna be 2. Tupac just came out, and I was working a cash register. I might have been 12 years old.
Mm.
I said, "Can I help you?" And I knew exactly who it was because I've seen him on TV. He said, "Can I get 5 on number 8?" In that voice. And then can I get 5 on number 8? And then he filled this shit up and left. Another time, I just seen him. Shout out to Zoe the Roast. Rest in peace to Zoe the Roast.
Rest in peace.
You ever met Zoe?
No, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, shout out to Zoe. I was gonna do an interview with Zoe, and he said, "Yo, I gotta get Too Short, man. He in town." So Too Short came in. He did an interview and stuff like that. Because I ended up doing an interview that set off a trail of events with Chris Hicks.
Mm.
And then, so Too Short was part of the trajectory of the wave of we need to hear what really happened.
Mm.
Too Short is a cool motherfucker, though, man. I love the way that he actually answers questions. Have you ever heard how he answers questions?
No.
Masterful.
Mm. You ever interviewed him?
No. I would love to interview Too Short.
Okay. Me too. Do you think Too Short is more influential than MC Hammer when it comes to the Bay? Oakland, specifically.
Yeah, I will.
MC Hammer.
Yeah, because a lot of people...
that was my first introduction in hip-hop.
I like MC Hammer. MC Hammer is the shit. You know what I'm saying? MC Hammer was like the rap version of... That nigga was big as Hulk Hogan.
A lot of people don't know how big MC Hammer was unless you were like 80s baby.
Yeah, MC Hammer was huge. MC
Hammer was like fucking... if I can compare it to any fucking artist now, the nigga was like Taylor Swift.
Yes. Say like there's a VIP full of motherfuckers that just sell diamond records.
Mm-hmm.
He's in that VIP section. With the likenesses of Tupac's and all the VIP mega motherfuckers. Say there's a place where mega motherfuckers, there's the club, then there's VIP, then there's VIPP. This nigga's in VIPP.
So, knowing that, how can you say MC Hammer is not... How can you say Too Short is more influential than MC Hammer? When MC Hammer was like the first celebrity hip-hop, like mega star, and he was from Oakland.
Because we're talking, this is a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Prime example. You're a straight man, right?
Of course.
Okay, so you could fuck with a girl, right? I mean, fuck with a woman. You got to be careful around this motherfucker. You can fuck with a woman.
With a bitch, nigga.
That's too short. That's too short. That's too short.
we ain't scared to say what it is.
You can fuck with a chick, right? You got chicks that you actually fucked with that you really liked for a short period of time. Then you had chicks that actually stood the test of time. Yes. And it's a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Pinnacly, nothing is fucking with MC Hammer, but long-wise, Too Short has been doing this shit since 84 to now. Right? Name 5 rap albums that you really like. Matter of fact, fuck that. Snoop, Tupac, MC Breed, Jay-Z, Biggie, and Too Short got songs with them. MC Hammer doesn't have songs with them. I'm more likely to hear a young motherfucker like Nicki Minaj or something do a song with Too Short than, because MC Hammer had his time, but don't get it twisted. If it was an MC Hammer concert, I would go. However, I've been to a Too Short concert, and it could be a chick in there that's 22 with her mama that's 40 with the grandmama that's 58.
That would know Too Short shit.
They all at the fucking same party.
Yeah, I fuck with Too Short too. I mean, I might get hell for this, but I don't like the way Too Short raps. But I respect him as a man and the fact that he has been in a industry through the test of time. And just like you said, he's done music with like some of the people that people think are gods in the rap industry. So I respect him for that. But his way of rapping is not my vibe.
Well, you're from the East Coast. All that lyrical, miracle, spiritual, curical, that's not Too Short.
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah.
That's not Too Short, but I got to ask you this question. Do you put Twista in the top 50 rappers of all time?
Twista?
Yeah.
In the top 50? Yeah. In the top 50, yeah.
Okay.
What's that got to do with Too Short?
Because Twista is selling a lot of the same shit Too Short selling, just fast. Twista is selling pimping. Just like Too Short is.
I honestly put Sugar Free above Too Short. And DJ Quick above Too Short.
Well, DJ Quick is more of a gangbanger and a huge musician. I mean, when he was younger. But he's a player, too.
Do you put...
He's a fucking
Do you put
player.
Too Short above them, too?
Yes.
Okay.
But I put them respectively different. I don't even put DJ Quick in that. DJ Quick is like the Raphael Sadiq of rap music.
Yeah.
Like, when you talk about a musical motherfucker, this motherfucker DJ Quick would play some shit. I didn't know that motherfucker, man, made all that shit on the first album, Quick as the Name. DJ Quick is a bad motherfucker, man. But motherfuckers that's that age, they used to do karate and play instruments. Them old motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Them old motherfuckers from the old school, they played instruments. They knew how to box, and they were like men. You know what I'm saying?
Who's your top 5 hip-hop artists of all time?
Hip-hop artists or rappers?
What's the difference?
MC Hammer is a hip-hop artist.
Okay.
Black Thought is a rapper. Tupac is a hip-hop artist and rapper. Matter of fact, Black Thought is a hip-hop artist too. I take that back. Because he does a lot of shit that encompasses hip-hop.
Well, isn't hip-hop the tree?
Yeah.
And then
Nate Dogg is a hip-hop artist.
And then rap is just a branch off the hip-hop tree?
Yeah, but...
You know what I'm saying?
But hip-hop artists could include Nate Dogg. Do you consider Nate Dogg a rapper?
No.
But he's a hip-hop artist.
I consider him an R&B singer. I take that back. I don't consider Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg is weird because this nigga, all he did was like choruses. He made one album. So, but whatever.
But I'm trying to show you what a hip-hop artist is.
Yeah.
Questlove is a hip-hop artist. He doesn't rap. He's a drummer. That's your boy. I met Questlove.
Yeah, the nigga be out here all the time.
So the thing about hip-hop artists, you got to be careful because hip-hop artists mean that you participate in hip-hop, right? Rapper mean you specifically rap. But then Drake is a hip-hop artist too. You know what I'm saying?
So when you say hip-hop, you're talking about like you named earlier, breakdancing, graffiti. That's all hip-hop. Like different stage, MCing and all that bullshit. DJing, that's all hip-hop.
Well, rapping is something different.
And rapping is part of hip-hop.
Yes. Like, I can't consider somebody that's just straight rapping, right? Dang, it's kind of hard to explain what I'm saying, but since I said it, I got to explain it. A hip-hop artist just means somebody that actually does hip-hop. So, like, when we're talking, you ask me my favorite 5 hip-hop artists, if I said Questlove, Nate Dogg, right? Dr. Dre, right? The RZA, right? And Nas, then I wouldn't be wrong. Because they're hip hop artists. They do hip hop. They just don't rap. Now, if you ask me who my favorite rappers are, right? I would, Tupac, Nas.
Well, hold on. Your favorite hip hop art? Well, rappers. Your favorite rappers. Your top 5.
Okay, my top 5. Tupac, Snoop, Too Short.
Is this in order? Okay.
The ones that I think are the best. Tupac, Nas, Cube, Snoop, and maybe Biggie or Lil Wayne, or maybe, I don't know.
Do you have a number 1? Out of those 5, which
out of
one
those 5, the person that I may listen to and go to the most, maybe Tupac. The one I go to the most may be Tupac.
I agree. Tupac is the number 1 hip hop artist of all time. I mean, rap artist of all time. Because of all the shit that I said earlier. He's like, if you wanted to create a fucking artist, that's him. He had everything. And DMX was like basically his son, to me.
Yeah. See, it's funny though, because DMX had a lot of feeling in his music and a lot of passion, right? So essentially, like, you take part of DMX, you take part of Nas, somebody that could actually make you feel like, talk about some shit like Nas, but dumb it down and make you feel like DMX at the same time. Because some of that shit DMX used to be talking about was a motherfucker. I mean, it was in a dark place. That was some...
Oh, yeah.
DMX
was Tyson when Tyson first came on the scene. Raw, gritty, robbing niggas. Like, I sleep in the alley, nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny? Do you like 50 Cent?
I liked him when he first came out, yeah.
50 Cent is one of my goats, though.
Oh, yeah, he is a goat.
50 Cent?
I knew about 50 Cent before he popped on the scene nationally. The nigga used to come out with mixtapes that were basically like albums, and his mixtapes were better than the music that he came out with. But, like, I don't know if you guys had it on the West Coast, but on the East Coast, this nigga was coming out with mixtapes all the time. So that's how he blew up, because his mixtapes were like the shit.
Yeah, the holy, the Ghetto Quran. The Ghetto Quran, yeah. Yeah. You know what's funny, though? I thought Ja Rule was just okay when I was younger, like at 2001.
Yeah.
Now that I'm older, I love the fuck out of Ja Rule.
Nigga, Ja Rule's like one of the biggest artists back in the day.
Ja Rule is the fucking shit.
Yeah, when that nigga started singing, he created a whole wave. That singing shit.
That's right.
Yeah.
Ja Rule is the shit. What are your favorite 3 Ja Rule songs?
My favorite Ja Rule song was, number 1 is New York, New York. 2 is it's not even is Murderers, Murder INC on the it's a comp it's
Murder that.
No, if we don't give a fuck, throw your middle finger up. It was that song, and you probably never heard it, but it's on it's a compilation album that they did, Murder Inc. And that song, that's number 2. Shit, number 3 is off the Murderers album as well, with him and Charlie Baltimore and Ashanti. On some like they were rapping, but it's not on his solo album.
Gotcha. See, my favorite 3 Ja Rule songs, the one with him and Bobby Brown.
Oh yeah, that's raw too.
The one with him and Case. You know which one I'm talking about?
Him and Case?
I do.
Yeah.
What? Because he did.
I do. Yep.
We gotta live it up. Them two. That's 3 and 2. But my number one is Caught Up.
Sing Caught Up for me.
I'm feeling you.
With Lloyd.
Yes.
Man. Okay.
That shit. I remember who I was fucking with. Matter of fact, I remember she was fucking with me. Yeah.
That Bobby Brown one was raw.
Yeah, that Bobby Brown shit.
Get more. Yeah. Dude, Bobby Brown was on. That nigga was high as fuck on that video. You can tell.
He's always high. Shout out to Bobby, man. Shout out to Bobby.
Come on the podcast, nigga.
Bobby to me was essentially the first version of R. Kelly to me. As far as like the R&B.
Fuck no.
Listen to me. The R&B sex appeal, doing nasty dances and shit, bringing chicks on stage and stuff like that. Now is R. Kelly 2.0. Bobby Brown was damn near like the king of R&B when he came out.
I got to disagree about that. Bobby Brown's run was short, and it wasn't that influential as people think. He was popular, yes, but that nigga was not the man. You got to think of back then. Nigga, R&B was like the top music.
So I got
niggas wasn't checking for hip hop. You had R&B. You had.
So when Bobby Brown came out, what was fucking with Bobby Brown? This is gonna be your answer is gonna kill me.
When did Bobby Brown come out? What year? When was that? In the 80s?
What year?
I have no idea.
87, 88, 88.
87. Well, you had Boys to Men.
Now the funny thing about that, those are his nephews. Musically, those are his nephews.
You had Another Bad Creation.
And those are his nephews.
You had
BBD.
Boys to Men, BBD, yep, BBD.
So them would be his brothers.
You had Jodeci, you had Shy, you had Silk.
Those are later. Those are the 90s, bro.
That's when Bobby Brown came out.
87, I said.
87, oh yeah.
So what would it tell you what Bobby Brown, what would it tell you the difference between Bobby Brown and the other people that you name was?
Tell me.
You really don't know, huh?
The difference?
Yes.
What, because he was solo?
Thank you. So how the fuck can you compare one nigga to a band of niggas and half the niggas that you name was niggas that his brothers.
What about Tevin Campbell? What about Tevin Campbell?
What about him?
Was he around during that time?
Yeah.
Okay. What about
name 3 Tevin Campbell songs.
Well, you're talking about 87. I gotta really think.
Name 3 Tevin Campbell songs. Then it ain't valid. You gotta cite sources around this motherfucker.
Sources. Well, what's popping right now? What did they do a whole TikTok challenge with Tevin Campbell? Tevin Campbell's still relevant right now, nigga.
Let me tell you something.
That's the difference.
Bobby Brown, I can name 4 songs that was popular.
Yes, you could. Yes.
Yeah.
But
you've heard Tenderoni.
Yes. But the youngsters, the niggas on TikTok controls the music industry, believe it or not. Okay, so I never seen no Bobby Brown challenge.
That nigga said Bobby. That nigga said Bobby Bound. that nigga said Bobby Bound.
I've seen a Tevin Campbell challenge, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. All them hoes, everybody was doing that shit. Okay, made Tevin Campbell still relevant.
We were just talking about who was popping in 1987.
Okay, well, Tevin Campbell was popping in 1987.
He was, but not as hard as Bobby Brown.
Okay, of course not.
Not as hard as Bobby Brown. You got to look at this. New Edition is hip hop. I mean, not hip hop. They're
the first. They're the first group as far as R&B group. Yeah, they were.
They were
the first to do it as far as these R&B groups. Yes,
they were supposed to be the second version of Jackson 5. That's who they were supposed to be.
But they don't compare to the Jackson 5.
They don't, but
they're
a good follow-up.
I'm glad we agree on that. I was about to end this interview.
But they're a damn good follow-up.
But they don't compare. A follow-up ain't shit. I'm talking about a compare. Jackson 5 was on a whole nother level, nigga.
Of course, they were. But they all had respectively good solo careers and done a lot for the industry.
Yeah, that's what I would say. The difference between them and the Jackson 5 is New Edition, when them niggas, they had individuals talent.
That's right.
Jackson
BBD.
5 is just one nigga.
No, it's not. I mean, something else came
I mean,
out
I'm
of there.
talking about after. Like, nigga, I didn't hear no solo album from Tito.
Well, you still got, you right.
But I heard a solo album from Johnny Gill.
But you still got to realize, even though that Janet wasn't part of the Jackson 5, she's still off that tree, too. And
Well, of course, yeah.
fucking huge.
She the family, yeah.
She's mega. She's essentially the first Beyonce.
Yeah. I think she's...
Janet Jackson is the first Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
You got to realize this. There's something called prototypical groups, right? So, prototypical, when they had the New Edition, then they had New Kids on the Block. In hip-hop, right? They had Run DMC. Then they had the white version, Beastie Boys. Then they had the fat version, the Fat Boys. Then they had the girl version, Salt and Pepper. Then they had the young solo version, LL Cool J.
I think Public Enemy was after Run DMC.
No, I said prototype.
Prototype. That's what I'm saying. I think Public Enemy was Run DMC's prototype.
No, they're completely different. How is Chuck D and them like Run DMC? It ain't even two niggas rapping.
True.
It's one nigga walking around with a clock. They don't even dress alike. The other groups dressed alike.
True.
Fat niggas dressed like fat niggas. Salt and Pepper dressed alike. LL dressed just like Run DMC, but he was young and skinny, and he was the solo young version of them.
Why do you think Mac Dre is so important to the Bay Area?
Mac Dre is so important to the Bay Area because that's like saying, why is the Joker so important to Gotham City?
Well, I mean, niggas don't know. You know what I'm saying? Imagine you're speaking to a nigga in Chicago or
I'm speaking to the niggas in Chicago.
Or a nigga in fucking North Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Or in Singapore.
So Mac Dre had a huge fan base, and he was an underground king, right? He was an underground king. He went to jail, didn't snitch, and he had a funny rap style. So the best way that I could actually describe Mac Dre is if Humpty Hump rapped with guns, drugs, and dope on it. If you liked Humpty Hump, you'll like Mac Dre.
That doesn't tell me why he was important.
He was fun.
There was a whole bunch of niggas who rapped, didn't snitch, went to jail, blah, blah, blah. Why was Mac Dre specifically? What about him?
He was fun. He was fun like Humpty Hump, except he was gangster music.
So the reason people worship him out here is just because he was fun?
No,
I'm trying to get to the meat and potatoes. That can't be the reason. Because there's a lot of fun niggas out here.
Like who?
Humpty Hump, like you just said. How come Humpty Hump is not considered the same as Mac Dre?
Humpty Hump is large as fuck. The Humpty Dance is a huge hip hop record.
But do you think Humpty Hump is considered on the same level as far as respect and like notoriety as Mac Dre?
They know who the fuck Humpty Hump is way in the fuck China. Because hold on, listen to me.
Go ahead.
You do know Humpty Hump was on that song I Get Around with Tupac.
Yes.
They associate Humpty Hump and Tupac. So yes, Humpty Hump is one of the largest rappers that come out the Bay.
But who do you think is more? Who do you think the Bay worships more, Humpty Hump or Mac Dre?
The world worships Humpty Hump more.
No, I'm talking about the Bay, not the world.
The Bay? Maybe Mac Dre. The new
okay,
stuff.
so why do you think that is though?
I think that it was just his time.
Personally, not musically, because I'm not talking about music. What about him as a person? Did you know Mac Dre personally?
I met him.
You met him. So what about him personally? Because I'm saying if I was to die, right?
Okay, you speaking negativity of your life.
No. But if I was to die, and if you would have asked 5 of my closest niggas, what was so special about Jordan? They'll go into detail. Oh, damn, this nigga.
Oh, well, I don't know him.
Blah 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 blah.
I don't know. I never met him. Really, I mean, I didn't know him personally. I met him one time. I remember he had a sweatsuit on and he kind of looked animated because he was tall and skinny. You know what I'm saying? He had one of those orange, like FUBU sweatsuits with the big fat Albert on the back or something like that.
Okay.
And I said, "What's up, man?" He was like, he had like a cool little. He had a swag that was new, but it was still kind of old because he was slim and stuff like that.
What feeling did you get when you met him?
It was just for a brief moment. It was like, what's up? I knew who he was. But the feeling that I got is that
like he was a real one or something?
He just seemed like a down-to-earth person.
Okay.
I mean, because, he wasn't like put up and put away like with a bunch of security. I seen him. He was on the corner at Sweet Jimmy's. You know where the New Parish is?
Mm-hmm.
That used to be called Sweet Jimmy.
Okay.
So he was on the corner. I was like, what's up? I don't know. It was just like a what's up thing, though. But he was cool, though.
All right. So when did you obviously were doing the music thing. When did this this media shit start?
2018.
2018.
Let me see, 2018. It's 5 years, I think, today.
Okay. How did it start?
How did it start?
Yes.
Just pull up. I pulled up to Fame Media, and then we just started interviewing people.
Did you know the owner of Fame Media?
Yeah, I told you that, Steve.
So you just pulled up, like, Steve was like, yo, pull up?
Yeah.
Okay, and you pulled up?
Pulled up. He started talking about it, then we just started recording.
Was Steve looking for, like, to create a podcast? Or?
Yeah. He asked me, did I want to do a podcast?
So Steve was looking for a podcast, and he had you in mind, and he told you to pull up as the host. Okay. So
because I'm on Instagram, so I guess he probably seen me on Instagram or something.
So it was basically like a test run. I mean, maybe try this nigga. I know him. Okay.
I've been knowing him. I've been knowing Steve since the 90s.
Okay.
I've known Steve since the 90s.
So you start doing these interviews. When did it become official? Like,
it was official when I sat down.
First day.
Official when I sat down, motherfucker. When is it official? It's like when you.
Shit! Damn. Yeah, well, it's good to have connections. God damn it.
I mean, you either doing it or you not. Either she giving you some or she not. Either she like you or she don't.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can get it, but can you continue to get it? That's the whole point.
How many episodes you up to?
I think I'm at 102.
Oh, okay. I ain't knocking. That's good. How long you been doing it?
I launched my company in 2019.
Okay, you going?
It's a marathon. I'm not where I need to be.
Steal my shit.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
That's
right.
Saying? But you felt that though. You didn't give me no rebuttal, no pushback.
Yeah, of course not.
Yeah, man. Come on, man. Yeah.
This is one advice I can say to people who try to jump into this game. Don't jump into it thinking you're going to make money out the gate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean...
You got to do it because you just love, like, doing it. Like, I love talking to people, like, getting to know, like, regular people. I'm not into, like, the celebrity shit. That's why it's called Everyday Celebrity. I interview, like, normal niggas that have...
But I'm not a normal nigga.
You're a normal nigga to me. When I say a celebrity, I'm talking about, like,
There's nothing about me normal, nigga. I could ask you a question that'll blow your motherfucking mind, nigga. That's why you didn't want me to ask. You're not understanding what I'm saying. That's why you didn't want me to ask you no questions, because I'll melt your motherfucking ass.
I'm saying I would rather talk to someone that like if I asked about your life, damn, I'm going through the same shit. I don't want to talk to... Shout out to Dame Lillard. Love that nigga. But the nigga's making millions. He's living a lifestyle that I don't...
He wasn't born that way.
Yeah, of course. But, I mean, he's so far gone. I mean, Dame Lillard is a bad example.
It's a horrible example.
Yeah. Rihanna. I don't want to interview Rihanna. She's living a lifestyle that...
She wasn't born that way. She grew up in poverty in Jamaica.
But she's so far gone that she...
You think the bitch don't remember?
What I'm saying is, the bitch done went on hundreds of interviews and been asked the same shit. I want to talk about the nigga that's down the street from me, and I want to learn about his life because you never knew. I talked to a nigga walking down the street. This nigga was in Vietnam War.
Yeah.
I want to hear about that. I don't want to hear about, I was on a yacht in Miami, and I got a watch that's $200,000. I don't give a fuck about
really
that.
Down to earth though.
Shit. Does she?
Yeah.
Well, she might be, she might not, but I'm not interested in talking to her.
You wouldn't interview Rihanna?
Yeah, but the interview is going to be about trying to fuck. I'm not.
She ain't fucking with your black ass.
Well, you never know, nigga.
I do know. Just like I know Bees got grandparents, nigga. She ain't fucking with you. Even if you kept it on the...
But yeah, I would interview Rihanna.
You would try to fuck Rihanna even though that she married?
No, but I would ask her questions that were probably she won't even answer, so I wouldn't even interview.
What question would you ask her?
I don't know, just some shit that fucking normal interviewers are scared to ask. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll ask her about her family. You know, her family, like her family is going through like legal problems and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people don't know that.
But you know that.
Yeah, because I read on shit, and then like these celebrities, they go to interviews, and then their publicist is like, "Oh, you can't ask this, you can't ask that, you can't ask this." I'm not like that. I'm going to just ask whatever the fuck I want to ask.
Well, you know, my thing is I wouldn't ask her no too personal shit, but I will want to know where she came from. What was her evolution?
That's personal, nigga. You got to get personal. I want to know the meat and potatoes of a person. Like me interviewing you. I'm asking you shit. I don't know if you ever been interviewed before. Have you? Oh, excuse me, nigga. I like I said, I don't do research on niggas. Have you been interviewed? Yes.
Of course.
Okay. So all the interviews you've done, I'm pretty sure you get the same question. Oh, where are you from? You're from Oakland. Who do you like in music? All this bullshit. But I'm saying we're having a conversation. I'm asking you shit that you probably never even has been asked before. That's probably why you skipped like the majority of my questions that I've asked.
I haven't skipped any.
You skipped 7 questions, nigga. I've been counting.
Which ones were they?
You skipped 7 questions.
Well, I skipped how my age was just to fuck with you.
You skipped 7 questions.
You know what I said?
I've been counting. Yeah.
Yeah, I skipped that one for sure.
Well, I told you from jump, like.
Yeah, I skipped that one for sure.
You skipped 7 questions, but the fact that you skipped 7 questions is because those are questions that probably you never been asked before, and you're like, okay.
Or frankly, some of them might just not be your business.
Okay, well, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point. You have all the right.
But that don't mean they never been answered.
Well, you have all the right to skip whatever.
That don't mean they never been asked though.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they never.
You know, like
asked.
if a motherfucker say, "Did you fuck baby?" Skip. You ain't the only nigga that's asking me, "Did I fuck baby?" Because everybody want to fuck baby.
Okay, well.
But skip.
I'm just saying my interview style is not like the normal interview style.
It kind of reminds me of mine. It's very similar.
But mine is more. You tip the line. I'm not going to tip the line.
Tip the line with what?
Like you'll try to be respectful. I'll just ask like very blunt.
Of course, I'm gonna be respectful.
I'm gonna be very blunt, and if you don't want to answer, that's fine. But I'm gonna still ask.
Yeah,
you might want to ask, but you're gonna be like, I shouldn't ask this question.
I mean, it depends on what we're talking about. If I'm talking to some gangsters, I'm not gonna be sitting up there asking them who the fuck they blasted. I ain't gonna be doing shit like that because I have a responsibility to keep motherfuckers safe. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers might be in the middle of cases or politicking with a motherfucker or something like that. I ain't finna try to open no shit up for a couple of views and then a motherfucker might be in some street shit. Yeah. That's just not what I'm finna do because I know better than that.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I'm a real town fixture though. Like I'm out. I'm outside for real. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I operate. And this is my city. Like I'm born and raised here. Like I've been to people's houses and know their families and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm expected to keep people safe. I have a different, completely responsibility to motherfuckers just a nigga than just a nigga with a microphone.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? These are my friends. These are my family.
I 100% understand. And I want to say I'm a street nigga. I'm a nigga that grew up in the hood, but is not hood. You understand that?
No.
A nigga that grew up around the shit, but just didn't partake in the shit. I was around it. My friends were doing it. Yeah. But I was well-minded enough to be like, yo, I'm not going to break. My niggas was doing B&Es when we were younger.
B&Es?
Breaking and entering. Okay. Breaking in niggas' houses. And I was like, I did a couple, but I was in the mindset where like, yo, nigga, we getting older.
That's right.
If we get caught, nigga, it's a whole different shit than when we were 15 getting caught. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, we 18 now. That's right. So I'm going to fall back. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Street niggas who ain't street. You know what I'm saying? Who understand street politics, who understand gang politics, who understand how to maneuver in the hood. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't hood.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's me.
And I'm similar the same way. I just take pride being able to go everywhere without motherfuckers looking for me or me putting motherfuckers in bad positions just for this. No, I kind of do my thing, and I got good relationships with people and myself and life. That shit is important, man.
Of course, especially in the Bay Area because it's small.
Now, exactly.
Everybody know everybody.
Like I'm a dad. I hang out with my son and shit like that. I don't need nobody getting at me about no bullshit or something like that. Now, if a motherfucker want to come out and tell me, because certain motherfuckers just want to just tell you anyway. And you know what? You just let a motherfucker like that talk. I was in an interview with a motherfucker. This motherfucker damn near, you ain't gonna ask me? You ain't gonna ask me? When nigga, I'm gonna tell you, nigga. I'm like, damn. I was sitting there the whole motherfucking time. Nigga, you ain't gonna ask me that, huh? So we just gonna skip over that, huh?
Well, you probably know the politics. That's why he said that. You probably knew that nigga personally, and you knew what the fuck you were asking, what he was implying. Because you was probably involved in the shit.
No, see. You sound like the niggas that be watching. You was probably involved in this shit.
Oh, shit.
You was probably involved in this shit.
But anyway. So, you created a podcast.
I created a podcast.
You created a podcast. Let's talk about your podcast. Who was, I mean, obviously we do the same thing, right? Who you don't have to name names, but have you ever had a guest where it was an awkward interview? Where you were like, damn, I don't even know what to say to this nigga. I'm like,
No.
No?
Because it's just a regular conversation. And my thing is, we have good conversation. So when it's a freestyle.
No questions prior or nothing?
I have, like I said, if I'm going to interview, let's just say Mike Tyson, I'm going to have like a few questions, but I ask so many probing questions. I know how to probe really, really well. You throw a question out there, what's the follow-up? Then they'll go back, then we'll laugh about something, then we'll move on, then we'll come back.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
What do you enjoy more? Making music? I mean, you're a musician, obviously. That was a certain time period of your life, and now you're in the media space, right? In the interview space. What do you enjoy more?
Performing rap songs.
Okay.
I like that. Podcasting is cool, but I like to talk. I like to podcast like how we doing now.
Yeah.
Like we're actually going back and forth and we're actually coming up and having a good time and stuff like that. Because I just like to chop it up anyway. You know, making music is cool.
It's your first love. Music is your first love?
No. Talking to motherfuckers is.
Okay.
I like making music because I like talking. You know what I'm saying? I like talking, saying tight shit, making shit up, making people laugh, making people giggle, dropping jewels on motherfuckers, giving people some type of insight, something to think about and shit like that. Putting smiles on motherfuckers' face. That's what I'm about.
What do you think is more difficult to do? Conducting an interview or creating a song?
You know what I thought you was going to say?
Tell me.
What's harder, conducting an interview or being interviewed? See, now that's a cold one, but conducting an interview or making a song? Making a song is 1,000 times harder.
Why?
Because just talking to somebody comes so natural. Sometimes you can overthink a song. Like, do you interview women?
I interview everyone.
So, is it a difference interviewing women than men?
Of course. Because, I mean, it's the difference between interviewing women and men, and then if you want to dissect that alone, there's a difference between interviewing women that you find attractive than interviewing men. So, women, and then if you find a woman attractive, that's a whole nother. Because I have many interviews where I've interviewed attractive women, and you know what I'm saying, the I'm saying happens.
You didn't say shit. What the fuck does that mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Niggas know what the fuck I'm talking about, but go ahead. It ain't about me.
No, you're talking to these motherfuckers in Iceland. They don't know what you're talking about.
They know what I mean, because they've been listening to this shit.
They've been...
Nigga, shout out to niggas in Madagascar. We number 1 in Madagascar.
We was number 8 in Liberia.
That's fine. I appreciate it. But answer the question, though.
I answered it.
You didn't. You gave me a question, and I
said, so you starting to get drunk and starting to forget shit.
I'm good, bro.
You asked me, what's harder, to create a song or conduct the interview?
Yes.
And I said...
And then you asked me a question. You said, did I ever interview women? I said, yes.
Hold on, because you move fast. That drink is working. So I said, conducting an interview was easier. You said, why? I said, creating a song is harder. I said, I'm a natural. I can talk natural. That's easy for me to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Conducting a song, that's a little bit harder.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if I go in there and already have in my mind what I want, but a lot of times what you think the song is going to sound like and you come out the studio, it doesn't sound like it.
Mm-hmm. Who was your favorite person to interview?
My favorite person to interview?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's about 10 of them. Can I just say a few of them?
Oh, my God. Don't give me 10, nigga. I said the best.
Marshawn Lynch, Chris Hicks, Lil Rubber Band Bear, MC Pooh, Tajay Massey.
Oh, my God.
What's wrong with Tajay Massey? You know Tajay Massey?
No, but I feel like you're just interviewing, you're just blurting out like famous people.
They were my favorite interview.
Why?
That's what you should be asking next.
That's what I said. Out of all them niggas you named, who was the best?
Marshawn Lynch was cool because we sat there.
No, not cool. Who was your favorite?
You didn't even let me finish.
No, because you say he was cool. I don't want cool. Who was your favorite person to interview that you enjoyed the most talking to?
I liked all of them, but let me see. Damn, I had some really good interviews.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I like Lil Rubber Band Bear was pretty cool. Lil Rubber Band Bear.
Explain to the people why.
The Lil Rubber Band Bear was talking about pimping and shit like that. Now,
wait, not to cut you off. Who was Rubber? Explain to the people who Rubber Band Bear is and why he was your favorite.
Lil Rubber Band Bear is a motherfucking rapper. He got that song, Lil Rubber Band. Lil L-U-L Rubber Band Bear.
That's a crazy name.
Lil Rubber Band Bear is crazy. That motherfucker was he was talking about pimping and shit like that and creating music and bitches how you gotta stay down and you know he was just talking out the game and it was cool. It was pretty tight.
So that's why he's your favorite.
It was one of them.
Okay.
It was one of them. I got favorites.
No, favorite. When I say favorite, nigga, the best. Like
I don't have a best.
You don't have a best. Okay.
I don't have a best.
But Rubber Band Bear is what popped in your mind when I said that. Okay.
Yeah, because you painted me in a corner because you act like you had a fucking attitude when I started naming some rich niggas.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the rich. I don't give a shit about...
I just feel like...
I don't care about Marshawn Lynch. Everyone knows Marshawn Lynch's story already. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, but you didn't see the interview.
Nigga, I watched the interview.
You watched my interview with him?
Yeah, I watched the interview. Nigga, I watched a couple of your shit. Nigga.
Okay, all right. This motherfucker crazy. What the fuck are you drinking? Whiskey?
No.
What is that, cognac?
No, this is James Bond shit.
Hey,
but I'm not drunk, trust me.
No, I ain't
I'm an old ass man. That shit ain't nothing to me.
See, that's the problem. You should be drunk. Yeah, that ain't your first bottle in this.
That is my first bottle.
Oh, so you just doing your Friday thing, huh?
My Friday. I only drink one day a week. That's on Friday.
Cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, and I'm not really a big... First of all, alcohol is nasty to me.
Okay.
It's disgusting.
Gotcha.
When did you become sober?
5 years ago.
And what was the reason?
Drinking too much. And it's holding me back. And I like being sober. I've always wanted to be sober. Even when I used to drink every day. I used to always want to be sober.
So, I know a lot of people who are sober now, but there was a certain action that happened in their life for them to look at themselves in the mirror and be like, yo, damn, I need to stop.
Yeah. So I didn't have one of those. I had multitudes of those, and it was just time for me to stop.
Just woke up one day, be like, yo, it's time.
Yeah, because I tried to stop on occasion, so then you kind of got to get down on the grind and just really do what you really need to do. Like, there's a lot of things that I actually want to do in life that I've never actually done.
Mm-hmm. Were you an alcoholic?
I would say I was an alcoholic, but now that I'm clean and sober, I would say that I just, it's the behaviors more than anything. What you mean?
Were you a drug addict?
Nah, I like drugs, but I wasn't a drug addict.
Are you 100% sober? Like drugs, no alcohol, nothing?
No. I don't, yes, I
What?
don't drink. Yeah.
You don't drink, but you do drugs still?
No, I'm saying I don't do anything.
Okay.
Clean and sober. Okay. I can piss test every day right now.
I mean, I'm not the feds, nigga.
You sure do act like. Sorry, watch this. So you're cleaning? So you're cleaning sober? No drugs. Watch this. Do you celebrate 420 getting high on ecstasy pills?
I mean, so how did your life change? Did you see it? Did you see a different? Because I mean, I feel like this is something that's commendable to you. You know what I'm saying? Wait. Let me finish my speech. I feel like this is something commendable. The fact that you were doing that shit and you had the mental toughness to be like, yo, I'm finna stop. And nothing, because most people, like, something has to, I was driving and I was drunk and I hit a car and I almost killed someone. That's a wake-up call. You didn't have a wake-up call. You just...
No, I didn't say that. I said I had a bunch of wake-up calls.
But, I mean, there was nothing that was like this. At a snap of, when I say I was driving and I almost killed someone, that's like a snap, like, damn.
Yeah.
It's like a light when your life flashes in your eyes. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is, my life was flashing. I wasn't... It's over. You know when the party is over? It's over. The fucking party is over.
Did having a kid have anything to do with
everything? Has something to do with it. You want to be there for your kids. You want to have a kid. You want to do this. You want to do that. You want to have more money. You want to look better. You want to... I always had good habits, like working and being talented, being a kind person, and being this. The hardest part about being sober is kind of seeing people for who they are and not who you thought they were.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, talk about it.
So it's like things really don't move fast. I've noticed that people are their own people. People are going to be who they're going to be, but through it all, I still got to be me. And I can kind of really see through a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And when I say it's the behaviors, even though that I don't drink, I still see some of the behaviors in other areas of my life. Mm-hmm. You know, like eating sugar.
Yeah.
I don't eat sugar every day, but I know that I shouldn't be eating sugar because it's not good for me.
Yeah.
But it's those same, I'll just start over tomorrow, or I need to do this, or this, or this is how I'm feeling. It's not alcohol, but it's just those same behavior habits in other areas of my life.
Mm.
I'll just drink and then I'll go to the gym.
Yeah.
I might not drink and go to the gym. I might, oh man, I had me 2 pieces of cake. I'll just get up in the morning and go to the gym. It's the same fucking process on how I'm actually dealing with behavior. Mm. So it's the behaviors that needs to be corrected more than anything. That was just what I was fucking with then.
Mm. That's dope. That's very commendable because I always said once I get in my 40s, I'm going to stop eating meat. And I haven't had the strength to do that yet. It takes a lot to change something in your life.
Yeah, I'm finna go back to being a vegetarian vegan because I put on all this weight, man. I put on all this weight, man.
Yeah.
And just like 7 years ago when I was like practicing vegetarian veganism, I was smaller, but I was also in my mid-30s, right? Started eating meat and I started gaining the weight back. Lifting weights and shit like that too, but I want to be a little smaller because smaller is optimal for the things that I want to do.
Yeah.
You know, I want to play basketball with 20-year-old motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Man, I went to the basketball court the other day. This motherfucker shipped me so damn bad. I fell down in slow motion and the nigga made it And right when the ball came, that was gonna bounce on me. The nigga grabbed the ball, and they still helped me up.
What? That sounds like some special effects shit. The nigga shot it and catched his own rebound?
No, he shook me.
He shook you. You fell on the floor.
I fell in slow motion under the basket. Watched the nigga lay it up. The ball goes to the hoop, and right when it's coming down,
and he catches it.
And he caught it.
He shook you, made the basket, and caught his own basket.
Yeah, because it went through the hoop. We're at 24 Hour Fitness.
Wow, on High Street.
Yeah,
I'm known out there. I'm a legend at that gym.
Legend to do what? Sneak in for free?
No,
nigga?
Basketball, nigga. I'm a legend at that gym. Next time you go there, ask, do you know a nigga named Jordan with dreads? Yeah, that nigga used to kill at that gym.
Used to?
Still do. But I don't go there anymore. I go to the gym down the street. But yeah, nigga, I used to hoop with Fab at fucking Kill that nigga. Kill Marshawn Lynch at fucking the gym I go to now. Nigga, all them niggas. I'm known out here. I'm a hoop legend, yo. I'm nice as fuck when it comes to basketball, but we ain't gonna talk about sports. But anyways, so the podcast.
This motherfucker's crazy.
So the podcast blow up, boom. You loved it. You know what I'm saying you're getting traction. Like, yeah, where do you see yourself? Give me a 5-year goal. And give me a 10-year goal.
To be alive.
To be alive? That's a 10-year goal?
Yeah. Okay. Got to start with 5 first.
Well, the 5-year goal is to be alive.
Yeah. I want a Victorian house. That's 5-year goal, Victorian house. Be a millionaire. Graduated from school by then.
This is the 5 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Graduated from school by then.
Well, fuck the 10 year. I don't want to hear about the 10 years. Okay.
Probably have another child.
What are you doing to accomplish these goals?
Everything that I can, boss.
Okay.
Everything that
Nice.
Everything that I can, boss.
All right. Well, L Deez, promote yourself. Like, tell the people where they can find your podcast, your music.
Okay.
What you got going on? What you working on? Go ahead.
Okay, I got that MacArthur Maze Part 1 getting re-released. You know what I'm saying? On Spotify, you can check out my EP, Lamborghini Ferrari. Hey, I got Fame Media, I Need to Know podcast on Fame Media. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You can catch me on Instagram as Lawrence the One, LAURENCETHEONE, and
like
Facebook, Lawrence Walker. And as usual, come on, you know what I want.
Yo, I appreciate you for coming on Everyday Celebrity Podcast. It was a pleasure getting to know you, getting to know your story. Yo, you are a talented brother. Everybody who's listening to this, follow this man, support him, support an Oakland native. He's a pillar, actually. He's a pillar in the community. And when niggas say pillars, that's like the ultimate, to me, that's the ultimate respect. When your brethren, when your fellow companions say you're a pillar. It's like when he came in, L Deez came in and said, yo, Jordan, you're my OG, because I'm older than this nigga. That's kind of like me saying, it's the same equivalent as me saying, nigga, you a pillar in Oakland. You know what I'm saying? But any last words?
Yeah. Fuck all y'all.
Yo, and stay tuned. After this, we're playing Everyday Celebrity Music Group, Everyday Celebrity Media Music Group's first artist, Taylor Made, his freestyle. And this is Everyday Celebrity Podcast, and we are out. You.
Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the pavement. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that damn time I last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling. Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the pavement. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that damn time I last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling music. Wake up in the morning. morning, say a prayer, then start pacing. Bagging up the product, grab the choppers out the basement. Got no time for all that fuckery, just miss me with that fake shit. You can't stop me if you wanted to. I was born to go crazy, just keep my head to the sky. Brim low, black strap, trapping all the time, sending it all through the cash app. Light skin, bad bitch, she tatted in that ass fat. Took her to the beach, I broke her back and made that ass clap. I been out the way and shit, trying to get my money right. Calculating plays, I gotta make sure these orders right. Told my youngest hold it down and make sure them corners tight. OG told me wife it, she hold it down and never fight. Baby count this money while I cook it like a chemist. Stretch it like a lassie, watch me wrap it like a sandwich. Gotta hide the smell so the dogs don't smell the package. Every day I'm taking risks and ain't gon' stop until I'm happy. Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling. Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling.
Ice City and the mile, them abandoned foul city. I lost all my hard drive, them was hand-me-downs. Whoever found them, I'm gonna be styling on the low for sure. How could I view him as a threat when I'm who wrote the quotes? Lately I've been on my Ivy, Mr. Rope-a-dope. Too much to handle on a daily, gotta smoke the coke. And every loss, it was a lesson, wasn't all depressing. Felt like yoga in them streets, I learned the art of stretching. All that flexing was too extra, I didn't wanna be looking nervous over shoulders, they might wanna squeeze. And whoever get into it, then I'm qualified. I won't strive for nothing but the fine things I'm trying to buy. Family a little island out the way where we can congregate. About the way that we should move when touching down the states. I'm gonna take us to the top if they leave me to stare. My fingers itching, seen the vision, this gon' be the
Keep
year.
my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling. Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling.
Locked in with my brothers, I ain't never switching sides. My niggas say it's on, bitch, you know we finna ride. Nighttime we come alive, when it's time to strap they boots, they don't even come outside. They be scared them niggas hide. Loyalty I'm gon' provide, feed my family guaranteed. If I got it, I'ma bless you, you don't even gotta sneeze. If I love you, you ain't gotta want or ever have to need. All the pain made me who I am, I really had to bleed. Really, I'm Apollo Creed, I be fighting all these demons. I be dealing with some things, so at night I don't be sleeping. Sometimes I share my thoughts, but I really rather keep them. Kicking niggas off the team, cause we really didn't need them. They ain't work, I had to feed them. You a grown ass man, I can lead you to the bag, but I can't hold your hand. You don't even got no goals, no, you don't know your plan. I don't need no new friends, dog, I don't know your mans.
Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling. Keep my head to the sky, feet up on the paper. Knowing it's my time and I just gotta be patient, cause it's that down to my last. And I can show you how gangs do it, I ain't worried off the past. I've been trapping, making hustling music.